Okay, Marvel and DC fans, I'm about to burst your bubble. What if I told you the best-selling comic series of all time isn't Batman, it isn't Superman, it isn't Spider-Man, and it's not even a Marvel comic? Let's talk about it. Look, I'm not going to keep you in suspense any longer. It's One Piece, a Japanese manga that has outsold every superhero universe combined, a statistic confirmed by industry analyst ICV2. If you're a Marvel fan, you've been trained to think these are two separate worlds. Manga and superhero comics just don't belong together. The shared universes, the decades of interconnected lore. It's a beautiful, brilliant mess. But what if the very things you love about Marvel are things manga does and does better? Now, to be fair, this isn't a debate that we're going to get into about which one is better, Marvel or Shonen Jump as an example. That's like trying to decide if a steak is better than a souffle. They're both delicious, but they're completely different beasts. This is an invitation to discover that the thrilling experiences you get from a shared universe are also available in a single, perfectly crafted story. It's about opening your mind to a new kind of storytelling. At the heart of everything, it's about the story. In the Marvel universe, we have dozens of writers contributing to a single, interconnected story. It's a beautiful thing, like a giant collaborative sandcastle on the beach of fiction. But we all know what happens to sandcastles. A rogue wave comes in and poof! Retcons, reboots, confusing crossovers that ignore continuity. A report from Screen Rant confirmed in 2021 that some of the most controversial moments in comic history were just retcons to fix past errors. Manga has a different philosophy. It's all about a single, cohesive vision. Look at a series like Attack on Titan. What started as a simple tale of surviving man-eating giants evolved into a complex geopolitical epic, with every twist feeling meticulously planned. The creator, Hajime Isayama, had an endgame from the start. That means the stakes feel permanent. When a character dies, they stay dead. No multiverse, no cloning, just the cold, hard reality of the story. Before we get to the next example, this brings me to a truly spicy question, and I want you to tell me what you think in the comments. If you had to choose, would you prefer a hero who always stays true to their core values, or one who changes and grows, even if it means they become somewhat unrecognizable? Is Captain America more heroic because he never changes, or would he be more interesting if he did? And that question's a perfect segue into the big topic when it comes to characters. Let's talk about their growth. We love Marvel's heroes because they're consistent comfort. We know what we're getting into. But in that permanence, they sacrifice one of the greatest tools of a storyteller, true evolution. We have countless examples on Reddit posts and online forums where DC and Marvel have to keep the status quo or reboot itself all the time. Marvel doesn't really do reboots, DC does, but they both still wind up in the same place eventually. Manga takes a different approach. Because the story has a definitive end, the characters can undergo genuine, painful growth. Look at the Elric brothers from Fullmetal Alchemist. Their journey isn't just a physical adventure. It's a test of their morality and their maturity. They start as stubborn children and become morally complex young adults. It's a journey that could never be reset. Now try to tell me with a straight face that the Elric brothers could get rebooted in 10 years by a new creative team. It's just not happening. So we talk about the characters, but let's also talk about the world. The Marvel Universe is massive, but as several Redditors and online forums and countless articles on every comics medium platform you can imagine, it can feel, let's just say, a little thin. When a story is happening in New York, the rest of the world often fades into the background, but a great manga world feels alive. One Piece is a masterclass in world building. Every island is its own character with its own culture, history, and challenges. The world feels tangible because the creator, Ichiro Oda, has consistently applied the world's rules for over 25 years. This isn't just a setting, it's a living, breathing place with its own secrets and lore. It's a world you could get lost in, and people do. In fact, according to an article on TCK Publishing, one of the main reasons shared universes work is that they build complex worlds that fans can get lost in. It's the very essence of why people love those stories. But Marvel, on the other hand, so focused on the world outside their window, only focuses on the world outside the Marvel headquarters window. So we talked about the characters, we talked about the world. Let's get to the most important part, which is comics are a visual medium, so we have to talk about the art. We love the classic superhero splash page. It's big, it's bold, and it's beautiful. But manga offers something different. Take Berserk as an example. The late Kentaro Miura's art is legendary for its meticulous detail. A single page can convey more raw power and kinetic energy than a dozen color-printed panels. He uses heavy shadows and intricate line work to make you feel the weight of every sword swing and the dread of every quiet moment. It's a different kind of visual genius, one that's designed to make you feel the impact on a visceral level. And the fact is, the manga industry in Japan is more diverse than Western comics, which are mostly dominated by superheroes. This is why you see such a range of art styles in manga. Now, we said in the beginning it's not quite apples and oranges, but let's connect the dots and see if we can come up with some analogs to make you feel like, if you dive into manga and you're used to Marvel, that there are some similarities there that you're going to love. If you're a Marvel fan who loves the morally ambiguous anti-hero of the Punisher, you'll feel right at home with the dark themes and psychological depth of Monster. Here's the kicker. The main character, Dr. Tenma, isn't a vigilante. He's a surgeon who saves a boy's life, only to find out that the boy becomes a mass-murdering psychopath. His entire life becomes a quest to rectify his single morally correct action. It's a gripping, slow-burn psychological thriller, not about punching bad guys, but about living with your choices. It's the kind of complex morality that a shared universe sometimes struggles to maintain when a character needs to be a hero again next week. If you're drawn to the large-scale, world-changing events of Marvel's Civil War, you'll find a similar depth in Attack on Titan. Remember how Civil War pit hero against hero, making you question who was right? Attack on Titan takes that to a new level. The very foundation of what is good and evil is constantly being flipped on its head. A 2021 article from CBR noted that the series' genius lies in its ability to turn the main character's friends into his ultimate enemies and vice versa. It's a story where the lines between protagonist and antagonist are so blurred, you might find yourself cheering for the very people you hated just a few chapters ago. And so for those who like the visual stuff, if you're a fan of stunning, emotional combat, look no further than the unparalleled art of Berserk. The late Kentaro Miura's art is legendary for its meticulous detail. This isn't just about a brawl, it's about the sheer weight and force of every single action. The Dragon Slayer, the protagonist Guts' monstrous sword, feels heavy and real. In a popular thread on Quora, a user broke down how the use of thick, jagged lines and deep shadows creates a sense of dread and visceral impact that's hard to find anywhere else. It's not just a fight, it's a visual symphony of pain and power. And although we've been talking about the quality of the comic, the writing, the character, the art, etc., Marvel and DC fans are still, at their heart, superhero fans. So finally, for those who love the legacy and generational heroics of the X-Men, you'll find a similar kind of found family in My Hero Academia. The main setting is a high school for heroes, which is a perfect parallel to Xavier's school for gifted youngsters. But here's the fun part. Unlike the X-Men, where powers are often a curse, in this world, they're a dream. The story of a boy born without powers trying to catch up feels fresh and relatable. The bonds between the characters feels genuine and earned. A report from Polygon in 2019 praised the series for its vibrant cast and its ability to balance intense action with heartfelt, character-driven moments. It's a fresh, energetic take on the very genre that Marvel perfected. So what's the point of all this? Are we trying to say that you should give up on Marvel and jump to manga? No. That's not the point at all. Manga isn't a replacement for the heroes you love. It's an exciting new section to add to your library. It's a new world waiting for you to explore. So which one are you going to start with? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, hit the subscribe button to get more insights into the stories and art that we love. Now, go read comics, but read wisely. I'll see you next time for more comical opinions.